All right, so we're going to continue on with looking at factorisation here. So with this special one, this is actually a difference between two squares. So you could rewrite it as x squared plus 0x minus 25 because there's no x term here. So what adds to give 0 and multiplies to give negative 25? Well, what's the square root of 25? 5. So positive 5 and negative 5 add to give 0 and multiply to give negative 25. So that's a difference of 2 squared where there's that no x term. All right, so just do one as an example for you guys. So we'll go x squared plus 10x minus 24. And we'll see how you go here. So remember what adds to give 10 multiplies to give negative 24. So have a crack. All right, so what adds to give 10 and multiplies to give negative 24? Well, negative 12 and positive 2. Negative 12 times by 2 is equal to negative 24, and negative 12 plus 2 is equal to 10. So you've got x minus 12 and x plus 2. And if you expand that back out, that's always how you can check to see whether it did work. All right, now the final step in this is factorising equations of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So when x squared has a coefficient that isn't 1. So this is a bit of a longer process. There's two ways to do this. I'm going to show you one way and you can look in the textbook for the other. So step 1, label each. So you've got a, b, c. So what is a times by c? So a in this case is 4 times by negative 15, which is equal to negative 60. Sorry, bit of a brain fart there. Step 2. What multiplies to equal negative 60 and adds to give b, which in this case is equal to negative 4. So what adds to give negative 4 multiplies to give negative 60. So have a think through that, see if you can come up with them. The factors are negative 10 and 6 would multiply to give negative 60, add to give negative 4. Okay, now you've got that. Step 3, split your bx term using the factors. Okay, so that's quite simply, you got 4x squared stay the same, and then it's minus 10x using this factor, plus 6x using this factor. So that's just splitting the negative 4x. Negative 10x plus 6x is negative 4x minus 15. Now I've got something that we've known how to do before. Then step 4 is grouping. So see if you could, from here, you can solve it using the grouping method we looked at in part 1. I'll give you a moment to do that. All right, so you should have paused the video to try and do that. So split it down the middle. What's the common factor with this one? 2x outside of 2x minus 5. And with this one, sorry, be there, plus 3, which is a common factor in this one, outside of x minus, 2x to get that 6x minus 5. Now you've got the common factor of 2x minus 5 outside of 2x plus 3. Okay, I want you guys to have a crack at this EG2. 6x squared minus 13x minus 15. And that's example 14 in textbook. There's another way to do this in the textbook which you can have a look at and see if that's more comfortable for you. Just step 1. So step 1 would be AC is equal to negative 90. Step 2, what multiplies to give 90 and adds to give negative 13? Go through that, and the factors would be negative 18 and 5. Step 3 would be to put it into that. So you've got 6x squared minus 18x plus 5x minus 15. And we can go through in class how to solve that from there, guys, but you should be able to get from there.